two friends that just keep distracting me. They know who we are, but I love them anyway. Nah, I can't blame it on my friends. I was just being a little lazy. But I'm back. And this video is really brought to you by Mike Guitar 07. Even though I'm presenting this video. Well, actually, me and Mike Guitar 07, we are good friends, and we was talking about soundtracks. And I realized that a lot of my soundtracks are basically music inspired from the movie, because we got to talking about soundtracks and it went to talking about underscores of soundtracks, you know, and it's just like when you see the word soundtrack on a record, you just think, okay, that's the soundtrack, and you buy it, and it's all the music you love or heard on the radio. But it's another soundtrack, which is the underscore, and I'm sure a lot of people know what I'm talking about. So that's when it hit me that I don't have a lot of underscore soundtracks. So I'm started kind of building up that part of my soundtracks, because a lot of that underscore music I do love. So that's what me and Mike was talking about. So this video is actually about soundtracks, but how many people actually had the movie that goes with the soundtrack they bought? Would it be the inspired music soundtrack or the underscore soundtrack? I found out I have many, because I do like the movies. So I want to show a few, and we'll take it from there. I pulled Any Given Sunday. This is the soundtrack. And I also have the movie of Any Given Sunday. Great if you like sports movies. This is great. I mean, it has all-star cast in it. You got Al Pacino, Dennis Quaid, Jamie Foxx, Cameron Diaz, James Woods, LL Cool J. Great movie, great soundtrack with Missy Elliott, Mobb Deep, Goody Mob, Outkast, LL Cool J, Trick Daddy, Jamie Foxx, DMX, Kid Rocket, Swiss Beats. It goes on and on and on. So this is a great movie, a great soundtrack. Okay. I also have gang related. Tupac and James Belushi played in this. They were dirty cops, and a good movie. It's James Earl Jones is in here, and I think if I'm not mistaken, Dennis Quaid, he's in here too. I wasn't even thinking about that. But gang related. It was released after Tupac's death, and also had the movie, you know, and this soundtrack is like, it was released by Death Row, and it just has a bunch of outlaws, Young Soldier, 6 Feet, featuring Storm, Tupac. My favorite cut on here, I will tell you, is, well, I like Lost Souls, but where's that one? Staring Through My Rear View. Woo, I love that. I love that. So that's that. And I also have another Tupac, Gridlock. Yes, Gridlock was also a movie released after his death. I mean, what a waste. What a waste. What he could have been. This is also a fantastic movie. Well, this is the soundtrack, and here is the movie. And my favorite, I tell you, my favorite cut on here is uh, Life is a Traffic Jam. Woo! Tupac is flowing on that one. And it's great. I mean, it's a shame what he could have been, if he would have still be with us today. Okay. Across the 110th Street, Anthony Quinn, Yako Koto. This is a great soundtrack. Of course, the late great Bobby Womack. And here's the movie. Yes. So I was definitely watching the movies and listening to the music. Okay. Another one of my favorites. Cleopatra Jones. This is a great soundtrack. It has Joe Simon and Millie Jackson on some cuts on here. So here we go with the soundtrack. Here's the movie. Fun stuff, you know, blaxploitation. It's fun stuff. Next, Mahogany. Diana Ross, Billy D. Williams. This was put out by Motown, and of course it has that "Do You Know Where You're Going To?" I mean, just a great movie soundtrack, and here is the movie, of course. Mahogany. Diana Ross. Moving right along. Little fun here. The Klumps. Eddie Murphy. Yes, Eddie Murphy, the Klumps. I mean, doesn't really matter. The Janet Jackson song is on here. Brian McKnight's on here. Foxy Brown, Cisco. I mean, it's just Eve's on here. Montel Jordan, just a great soundtrack. And of course, here is the movie. Yes, the Klumps. Moving right along, we have Axon Jackson, Carl Weathers, and Vanity on this bad boy. And I mean, you got the Pointer Sisters, He Turned Me Out. You got Mia X, Axon Jackson. You got Vanity with that cut, Undress Me. You also got Levert, Sister Sled, Sky, MC Jam, and Pee Wee Jam on this. So here's the soundtrack. And here is the movie, Axon Jackson, starring Carl Weathers and the late great Vanity. Also, going back to some blaxploitation, Claudine, Gladys Knight and the Pips doing this. Curtis Mayfield, producer. Claudine, great movie. Here's the soundtrack. And if I can get it out here, here's the movie. Two greats together, you can't go wrong with that. And we're just trucking along. Oh man, the Mac. Yes, the Mac. Actually, the original soundtrack was the face of Willie Hutch on it. Look, this is the and I have that. This is the original cover. It was a dot cut. You can open up his face. It was pretty, just like the Superfly cover. Yeah. So, yes, Willie Hutch. So here's the Mac. And I tell you, for the first time, I actually found the underscore. Yes, this is the underscore. Yes, to the Mac. And that was cool. And let me dig out the movie, the Mac. If you ain't seen the Mac, you gotta see it. Great movie, funny movie. It's just a great movie. And that's the Mac. Now here is a movie. Actually, I love this movie. Sidney Poitier, Shelley Winters, Elizabeth Hartman, Patches of Blue. And this is also an underscore. You know, like the older movies, it was just an underscore. It wasn't no artist back then. This was done in, oh man, when did this come out? Oh, I think it had to be in the 60s. Yeah, Jerry Goldsmith. You know, the date's not here, but Patch of Blue. It's about this blind woman that Sidney Poitier helps her. Oh, I gotta dig out the movie somewhere. I don't get it. Here we go, right there. Patches of Blue. Love this movie. Great movie. All right, Capricorn 1. Capricorn 1 it's a take on the false narrative that did we really go to space? And it's about they didn't go to space. It was all a lie, and he wasn't an American to believe it. So he was in his studio. I mean, it's real good. Capricorn 1, and it got our boy O.J. Simpson in it, James Brolin, but Telly Savalas is in here too. But Capricorn 1 soundtrack, great soundtrack, that's an underscore soundtrack. And here is the movie, Capricorn 1. Good movie, great movie. Black Snake Moan. Yes, I love this movie. Samuel Jackson is in here. And I keep forgetting her name. I know she was young when she played in Casper. What is her name? Oh, Christina Ricci. Yes, Christina. And actually, Samuel Jackson does some singing on here, and it's pretty good. Pretty good. And that was the soundtrack. And here is the movie. Yes, Black Snake Moan. Moving right along. Thin line between love and hate. Martin Lawrence and Lynn Whitfield in this. Woo-wee. Nothing like a woman scorned, boy, in this one. Yeah, he played with the wrong woman in this movie. Great soundtrack. Rocky Troutman, Shirley Murdoch's on here, Art Kelly, I mean, H-Town, it's Nita Howard, it's just Eric Benet. It's just a great soundtrack. And of course, that's the soundtrack. And let me dig out the movie. That's the movie. Yes, thin line between love and hate. I think I got one more here. Oh, let's see. Yeah, well, Lady Sings the Blues. Great soundtrack. All Dinah Ross singing the Billie Holiday, sounding good. And actually, there we go. I got it. Lady Sings the Blues. And last but not least, The Bodyguard. Yes, we know it's all Whitney, and here is the movie. So how many of y'all actually have the movie and the soundtrack? Some people say, I just like the music, don't care about the movie. That's all good and fine too. But I thought it'd be fun to make a video about this. So with that said, sorry for the long delay. I'm making a video. But I'm back and hope to bring more exciting videos to you. I'm your man, DJ Funk, and you know what I'm about to say. I'm out.